Man, this is crazy, bro. We got like just we just addicted, bro. We hooked. You know
On
what I'm saying?
everything.
We locked in on all the bullshit and the fear of what it might feel like to not have all that shit attached to us in our life. We feel like that shit gonna make us feel homeless. We feel like we don't, you know what I'm saying? The opinions of other people matter so much too for that same reason. You know what I'm saying?
Out here eating bad too.
Yeah. I was talking to Elijah about that shit. I was like explaining to him like uh how the human body processes food and the reason why our diet should work a certain way. And I was even like breaking down like the differences in the types of foods and the way they affect you. Like rice, beans, oatmeal, anything that's seed based, eat hell, sunflower seeds, walnuts and shit like that. They're a good source of protein, but I explained to him, I said they're seeds. They draw in moisture. I said if you leave any of those sitting in a bowl of water, they're gonna start to germinate. You know what I'm saying? I said this is what they do inside you. So you don't eat too much of that shit because they dehydrate.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That's why people end up with like diabetes and shit like that from eating a lot of rice and shit like that because the they have a sugar base. Hell, the same thing with corn. They have a sugar base. You know what I'm saying? And when it's absorbing all of that moisture out of you, it's exchanging something like it would do if it's in the soil. You see what I'm saying? So
Fungus, my guy.
so that's why you end up with a lot of gas and stuff like that when you eat some of these things because they have to
Mucus.
they have to release these gases to germinate. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they're good for like cleansing and stuff like that. So like if you eat like rice with a meal before you go to bed, make sure you drink you some water. When you get up in the morning, it's gonna put you on it's gonna cleanse you. I ain't gonna say it's gonna put you on the toilet, but it's gonna cleanse you. You're gonna have to piss like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna cleanse you, it's gonna flush you out. But for a person that just all they eat, look at how Asian people they eat a lot of that rice. Their body's adapted to that, to the functions of what rice does. That's why they grow in those rice patties the way they do.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's interesting how this stuff works, bro. Like eating a lot of that stuff, you gotta balance that shit out. I
Yep.
told him, I said the way our bodies work, I said if you start a light breakfast, a moderate lunch, and you eat dinner by 5 p.m., 6 p.m., you shouldn't have to eat again for the rest of the night. Your body, that's because that from the moment you stop eating, just take a walk or do some working out and don't eat anything else, drink your glass of water before bed because that's your fast. You're fasting now.
That's that break fast.
Yeah. And you wake up in the next morning, you may have, it should be like 12 hours since the last time you ate. You see what I'm saying? So you fasted and you give your body that rhythm and it gets to cleanse itself properly. And you're not putting on all this excess weight from all those, you know what I'm saying, processed foods and shit.
I got a buddy of mine who's what he said was that he's chosen to just do a raw diet. You know, he'll cook some of his vegetables, but he does a raw diet. Him and his wife, they do a mostly raw diet, but they do cook some of the spinach and things like that when they want to make certain dishes. But I was listening to him say that, and I was like, "Is that comfortable?" He's like, "Man," he's like, "I'm getting all the nutrition right then and there. Like everything is there. Me cooking it is just trying to eat it in a different way, saute it and add some more flavor to it." But he said he enjoys the raw diet. Now I don't know.
We live in strange times, bro. I
Yeah, I
could
don't.
only imagine like back in the 1930s and 40s and 50s and 60s when new ideas was introduced, were people the same way we are now, dude? Like you know how we like real big on climate change and fucking keto diet and all this old shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So like in the 1930s and you know what I'm saying when people were able to communicate more effectively. I think with more communication and more trends like these kind of occur where people want to try new things to try to change their life or what they consider to be improvements on life. Because I
yeah.
think that's what started motherfuckers like smoking cigarettes and shit, bro. Motherfuckers like it was one thing when like a certain type of people were smoking, but when corporations got involved and they started having pre rolls and shit like that, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Here, take these, take
Yeah,
these.
that's how I look at it with like a lot of the ideas that we take on now, bro. It's like especially from a corporate level, like all these different diets and shit. You know what I'm saying? I remember when the Atkins diet was a thing and it was like Atkins shit all in the grocery store. Now everything is keto based. And then when keto play out, then what's
You to
next?
find something else to be put in this place. I don't know. I was like I told him I love raw vegetables. You know, mostly fruit, but that's not a vegetable. But I'll eat my fruit, of course, because you know
You know,
that's the way it is. But when it comes to vegetables, you know, like I would rather cook them. You know.
I'm just I'm particular about what I cook and how I cook. Like I don't fry foods and shit like that. I haven't had really a fried piece of chicken in like probably about a month.
I just had something fried today. I haven't had nothing fried in a while.
Like ever so often, I might fry me some sweet potato fries, but you know what I'm saying. But I don't really do fried foods. I pan sear a lot of my foods. I
Yes, sir.
bake a lot of my foods. I
You
might
said what? You bake?
I bake, and sometimes I might throw some on the grill. But as far as like deep frying and all of those shit, I'm good on it.
We not doing that.
I'm good on that. So I eat a lot of fresh vegetables. I cook some of my vegetables. You know what I'm saying? Eat a lot of fruit. Just trying to
Keep it
balance
clean.
balance my diet out and shit like that, man.
Yeah.